Okay, right. I've decided that it's now time for us to invade the hero's realm. The heroes are wandering around the, obviously not on the lava, but they are wandering around in the corridors of the level, so what this will do is essentially give some of them a route into our dungeon. Sadly, it's straight into the training room, so they're more than likely going to get splattered. Plus, they're very low level heroes, so they're not going to pose as much of a problem here. Get the Imp to claim the territory.
Your creatures are under attack.
Here we go. My future army of skeletons is arriving.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are under attack. Your minions are winning a battle.
Yeah, that's just mean.
Your minions are winning a battle.
It's like throwing word of power at them's pretty bad, but blowing them into lava with it's pretty much unfair conduct. Anyway, just dump these five in the prison, and we have. I'm not going to convert them because they're not going to be that useful, and it'd take money to cast heal on them, or I'd waste chickens on them that my 10 bile demons would most likely want to gobble anyway. So just let them die in the prison, and they will become 5 skeletons. And the one thing that is good about skeletons is that skeletons train very quickly. And they gain the lightning spell at higher levels, at level 10 as well, although I very much doubt they'll get to that level. They'll get to a high enough level to be decent. Certainly more than enough for what comes across here, and again it just gives us even more of a creature advantage over the rival keeper, because it gives us more creatures over the level cap, so every little bit helps. Unless possessed, Dark Mistresses are rubbish at knocking down doors, because they constantly use drain and lightning on the doors, whereas their physical attack could knock pretty much any door down pretty quickly. Just expanding the workshop as much as I dare here, but as you can see, I'm starting to sell traps for money. You can sell doors for money as well. You don't get a money. You don't, like traps. You don't get the money symbol above them, and the door just crumbles. But you do end up getting money for them. And here's the first secret of the level, and it's an increased level, having some of that. But there's actually an identical room, this below the. At the bottom of the map, and that contains a resurrect creature. This is the only increased level as far as I'm aware on this level.
Your creatures
we use it now.
To experience. A trap has
I could
been
have waited until my skeletons had been formed, but maybe playing a little loose there, but it's, you know, we're not talking something that's going to make a huge difference in the long run, I don't think. Let's get this last bit of gold, dump it in the treasure room, and that's a quick 4k, which will help the poor broke dungeon keeper that I am. And just digging out last of the gold here. To be honest, I could probably go straight for the
a door has been manufactured.
Opposing keeper. Now we're coming up on this middle room here, and this middle room is a nightmare. It is very possible here that you could lose all your imps if you're not careful. And with money as low as it is at the moment, if you do lose all your imps, that's a position where you are going to more than likely lose the level, because you'll just run out of money and you won't be able to dig your way through. You won't be able to dig your way through certain bits of the level. What I'm going to do now is possess a Dark Mistress just to get things done a little bit quicker and to show you something. She's humanoid, so she's got pretty much normal vision. Here we go. One lightning trap. Now, lightning traps instantly kill imps. In fact, pretty much any trap instantly kill imps. So what I'm doing is standing on it currently. I'm hoping that no imp is stupid enough to... that's me being facetious and using word of power. What I'm hoping is that the lightning trap targets me and not the imps. But unfortunately, that's not the case. An imp runs straight into it. I do have another imp currently claiming the area to the left, which is what I actually want. And the Dark Mistress has now taken a lot of damage, so I'm getting rid of it.
A prisoner has died and risen as a skeleton.
And there's the second one, and this is where we've got problems. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to lock the room. Can't lock it up there, and as you can see, 3 imps come in, and 1 shot from the lightning trap takes out all 3 of them. Careless from me. But what I'm doing now is, as soon as that square's taken, I'm getting all the imps out of here. I can pick up the gold with the Hand of Evil. I just don't want to lose any more imps. Oh, I've lost about 4 imps there, which is about 5,000 gold's worth, to tell you the truth. But there's something like 20,000 gold in this room, and so the sacrifice of a few imps is actually worth it at the end of the day. And that'll be enough to keep the economy rolling for a while.
A door has been manufactured.
There's also a little bit more in another area of the dungeon, which I believe has already been found by my imps off camera, and that contained, as I said, a resurrect creature. So as you can see, I'm down to 6 imps from 11. Not as bad as it could have been, but it's still not brilliant. Again, the option's to build a treasury there, but it's not really that much of a hindrance to pick up some gold with the old Hand of Evil, and dumping in the coffers. Also, it means that creatures can get at it easily on payday. There you go, resurrect creature found. So that's the Hero Fortress pretty much dealt with. Oh, and no, it's not, because here's another bunch of gold that we'll be claiming.
A prisoner has died and risen as a skeleton.
There we go. Now, the slight problem that we do have is that skeletons and bile demons hate each other, and that'll come to fruition later. There we go, we've cleaned out the hero dungeon quite nicely. I'm making a slight mistake with the traps here. What I should do is allow the poison traps to build up in the workshop, because that forces them to build higher level traps, I believe. So I'll be trying that later on. And this is the last area of the hero dungeon with another 4k gold. And that's the hero dungeon cleaned out. So we'll be back when we're